It's the 1940s, let's not get dressed. So instead, I thought you might all want to hear the story of the day that I first met Betty. It is the summer of 1936 and I'm living in my parents' home. There is not a whisper of war. I am unmarried, and the most pressing thing in my life is getting to the end of Gone with the Wind. When suddenly, one afternoon, I hear commotion from the street below. And unable to curb my curiosity, I quickly dash upstairs to peek out the window and see what's going on. And I am met with three figures making their way towards the house. The man was rather rotund with a long tweed coat and fedora. The lady was wearing a skirt to her knees with a matching blazer and hat. And the girl, well, she was such a slip of a thing. Gangly trailing behind the pair in a long-dressed trench coat and a hat with a small flower. I rather likened her to a character from the comic strip Popeye. Olive Oil, I think her name is. And she had the largest eyes that I'd ever seen, but somehow they were still perfectly proportioned to her face. I didn't know it then, but this was Betty and her parents, just moved in across the road and on their way to make pleasantries with their neighbours. When suddenly, she spotted me. So I quickly hid from view, but when I peeked again, she was smiling smugly at me, almost laughing. What was I doing? I was not to be intimidated by some girl. So I squinted back and waved patronisingly, to which she smiled again before giving me a small nod. Who on earth does she think she is? Well, no matter. She'll be no match for me. And it was at that very moment that I realised something. Whatever this was, it was on.